So now here, four immaterial aggregates. There are five aggregates. Four immaterial aggregates are aggregates of feeling, aggregates of recognition, karmic information, consciousness. Five aggregates. Physical form plus four immaterial aggregates. Emerging together with consciousness, along with physical form, is what meant by consciousness called name and form. Name and form. Due to the development of name and form, the performance of action through the entryways of six senses, eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body sense, sources occurs. This is what meant by name and form cause the six sense sources. From the six sense sources arise the six collection of contact, eye, ear, nose, tongue, and body mental contact. This what mean by the six sense source cause contact. Sensations occur precisely according to the type of the contact that occurs. That is what mean by contact cause sensation. Relishing these different kinds of sensations, taking delight in them, clinging to them, and having that clinging remain in is what is meant by sensation cause craving. So we go like that. So that is the sutra. Now we are going from the wheel of life, right? So wheel of life, that is, wheel of life is taught by Buddha, right? Buddha, and also Abhidhamma Kosha was by Buddha. So that means memory beginning with words. That means when did it start turning? When did it start turning? And what was the first of this will start turning? No, beginningless. You know what I mean? First step, it is absolutely beginningless. So beginningless, without beginning, we've been turning, you know, it's the wheel of life without beginning. Like turning, it's like a wheel, like a big wheel, you know. What is mean is, Buddha really means your previous life and your former life, right? So your previous life coming from former life, right? Former life coming from another former life. This goes former life, with no beginning. So that's, you cannot find the first life. So it's beginningless. It's beginningless of the samsara, right? Samsara. So that's beginningless Buddha means. Now here, what was the relationship, all this, between first link, second link, third, fourth, fifth, go 12 relationship one by one, right? So start from the ignorance. So starting from ignorance, right? So then that goes karma. And then that let the imprint in the consciousness. And then that goes name and form, go like that. That's the forward twirlings of inter-Tibetan origination, or we can backward too. Backward means when we stop, backward means forward, right? So forward we start with the ignorance. So if you stop ignorance, then no birth, no aging, no karma. You know what I mean? So if there's ignorance, then you start it, karma. So therefore, so in this wheel, right, we have picture 3 animals, like pig, rooster, and snake. So pig is generally speaking, ignorance. Rooster is attachment. Snake is anger. So that's we call three poison, books of three poison. So that's the root cause of ignorance. From ignorance, then desire and anger arise. If there's no ignorance, no desire, no anger. So that's a root. You can see the ignorance is the root of the samsara, like root of the tree. So therefore, now here ignorance means the blind person. So in the picture, blind person. So that means ignorance, blind person, symbolizing not understanding your own natural reality. You are ignored for you make many mistakes. Like blind person can go to very dangerous place. So that picture number 1, you see the blind person holding the stick. So that symbolizes ignorance. But blind person is very weak, right? But ignorance is very strong. That's not symbolizing like that. But blind person can go to very dangerous place because he don't know where he should go. So he's blind, black. So ignorance is very dangerous because it will confuse you and you don't know where should you go. Because of ignorance, we make mistake, right? It will be thrown into the many different places or whatever, unfortunately. But the blind person, so that ignorance. Then second is the what is karmic formation, right? Karmic formation. Now ignorance, then you see in the picture these people making potter. The potter symbolizing that potter is making, so it is so here ignorance is like that Buddha says, see, ignorance is the mind which cannot realize, cannot perceive the real nature of person, your own real nature. The real nature, mind, your own cannot see your nature of the mind. It is ignorant about the nature of all these things. We can take an example. Because of ignorance, then we have saying, who is your enemy? He or she is my enemy. Who is your friend? He and she is my friend. Because of ignorance, your discrimination start. So this is my enemy, this is my friend, like that, right? So you cannot realize how ignorance makes all this distinction. If there's no ignorance, we cannot make a distinction like that, right? He's my enemy, she's my enemy, friend, I don't like this person, I hate this person. All due to root by ignorance. So that means ignorance caused the obscure the fundamental nature of the mind. And then karmic formation, right? Karmic formation. So there is potter, right? So that's like if man making pots, yes, one potter, one person can make many different pots. With a potter, he can make many different pots. So some small size, some big, many different things he can make. Similarly, one person can collect many bad deeds, bad karmas, many different deeds, many different like all right, bad karma, good karma, mixed karma, all these neutral karma. Like potters making many different things. So it's calm, it's potter making, symbolizing karma, collection of the karma. So then there, after karma, right? So we have destroyed karma somewhere. So there is consciousness. There is consciousness. So that is like a monkey. Monkey, Buddha says, it's a monkey jumping around the house. So that's symbolizing the consciousness. Because so when a new body, so when we are conceiving to the mother's womb, the new body conceiving in your mother's womb, the mind is like that. If like that, so mind goes to the mother's womb. If you put monkey in his house, lock the door, he won't stay in one place. He will go up, down. So that's samsara mind is like that. It's up and down like that. Similarly, samsara mind follow many objects. So that's like monkey. Then name and form, right? Name and form. So name is form in the picture. So that is like two person in the boat. There's person and two person in the boat. So that symbolizing name and form. So that means this life, new body, which is like, new body is like boat. That boat is like new body, right? Person inside the boat, right? Person inside the boat. So that is like this life's mind. This life's mind is like person in the boat. So when we have go boat, we have sit inside the boat and cross the river. So that's similarly, that boat symbolizing our new body and the mind symbolizing. So that mind, this is like Buddha said, a boat. If you have big river, then you have to load your boat here on the shore. Whatever you want, everything you have to load it in. When the boat itself became like a vessel, a container for that. Also, your mind and your new body at that time are going to be container for the happiness and the suffering. So that's naming. Then the boat, once you finish loading, you have to start from here and pull and sail in cross until you reach the other shore. Then you can get out of that boat. So similarly, your mind at that time, your mind at that time and your body at that time are going to carry you through your life up to your next life, to your destination. Therefore, your mind and your new body of that time are like both, name and form. And then now you have this one fourth link, name and form, right? Fifth, so that is sensation. Right? Now you see the picture. Empty house, new building. You see the new building, empty new building. Building is empty, so there is no owner of the house. You have a house, no owner. So therefore, so you have that new building right now. New building is complete, but there are no owner, no one living in the house. So that means similarly your sense power, when you are inside the mother womb, your sense power growing, not yet functioning. Inside mother womb, 9 months, right? All these your organs, sense powers are growing, but not yet functioning. It's like new building, no owner. So that's like, so that number fifth is, so it means new building is completed, but no owner, no one is living there. Similarly, your sense power has started. The support for the sense power, what is called the sense power, right? I know. So, man body and inside its sense power have started, but not yet. No sense consciousness at that time. So sense power there, no sense consciousness, not functioning. So that that is number 4, or 5th. Now number 6, right? Okay, so number 6 is contact. So contact is so you see the two people, couple is embarrassing, touching each other means contact. So that means now you have got mind like an owner that building. Mind like that owner, new house. House before there's no owner, right? So now you see the picture, two person embarrassed together, contact. So that like is you have got mind like an owner in that new house. You have got person who is going to stay in the new house. Somebody is going to stay in this house. Empty. Those empty sense power have gotten the sense consciousness. Now contact, right? So that means empty sense power have gotten and have gathered together. Just so that is number 6. Number 7 is feeling or sensation now. sensation. So sensation, so that means you see in the picture man with an arrow in his eye. Arrow in the eye. So man arrow in the eye. So that means immediately you feel during six sense power and mind object just finished gathering together. Now you can feel it, because of man arrow in the eye. So you can feel pleasure, happiness, whatever feeling. Contact, then there's feeling. So that symbolizes the number 6 or 7, 6, right? Now after contact, then there's craving. So that craving is, now you can see the picture. Man drinking beer. So 1 beer, 2 beer, and it will never stop. Wanting more and more. So after sensation, there's craving. So craving is kind of attachment, right? But wanting more and more. So that's symbolizing that man drinking beer or man eating food or whatever, so just eating, drinking and not stopping. So that's symbolizing craving. So that's, we finished till what is so that's ignorance, karmic formation, consciousness, name and form, 6 senses, contact, feeling and craving. 8 link finish. So now I want to read this. So it means that we are talking about samsara, right? Samsara. So we have, any Dharma teaching, we have 3 structures, right? We have foundation, we have path, and we have result. 3 structures. Dharma teaching must have 3 structures: foundation, path, and result. When we talk about samsara, right? We are talking about samsara, right? So now, what is the foundation of this samsara, right? The foundation of samsara, and then we have to know how to cross the samsara path, and then we will get liberation is result. Foundation, path, and result. So generally speaking, the foundation is 2 truths: conventional truth and ultimate truth. Conventional truth. So these 2 foundation. So if we use these 2 conventional truth and ultimate truth union together, is the foundation. Because the conventional truth and ultimate truth not union due to delusion mind, then there is appearance and reality. So we have to union these 2, conventional truth and ultimate truth should be union. Because if we union this conventional and ultimate truth, then appearance and reality oneness. That's foundation. To do this, right, we need method, we need technique. How can we do this? Foundation is already there, right? If we are not unifying these 2, then we split, then it's like appearance and emptiness go different. Split dual mind. If we union this, not dual mind, right? So that foundation is true truth. on the basis of this foundation with path, right? Path to accumulate merit and wisdom. These two is right. If we go to the six perfections, right? Previous five perfections are the merit, and the sixth perfection is wisdom. So combine these together. When wisdom and method come together on the basis of foundation, right? Wisdom, method, not split, but union. Because of this wisdom and method, unify, right? Practice correctly, we will achieve the result, which is Rupakaya and Dharmakaya. You know what I mean? So that's, it is for example, like we are, according to Sutra, like we are unifying two truths. Right? Unifying two truths means unifying conventional and ultimate truth. Unified together. And if we talk about Tantra, like unifying clay-like mind and emptiness, unifying these two together. Clay-like mind and emptiness unify. So then appearance, reality make one. So any teaching must have these three important things: foundation, path, and result. Any teaching, must have a structure of these three. So that means teachings are very authentic, because there's foundation, there's method, there's result. If there's no foundation, then you cannot build a house. So that even you try to build a house, it's not stable. So must have good foundation. So good foundation is unifying two truths. And on the basis of this, wisdom and method, and then Rupakaya and Dharmakaya. According to Tantra, unifying clay light and emptiness. Like the Sutra, unifying appearance and emptiness, or the unifying two truths. So now, so this means all the samsara phenomena, appears from coming together with cause and condition. All the samsara, any samsara phenomena is coming together with cause and condition. So that is, we call the dependent arising of the cause and effect. So you can take one example, of just one phenomenon, then send to every phenomenon. Right? If we are using phenomena like, if you are going to buy the loaf of the bread in the shop, right? Shop there, right? So you are going to buy loaf of bread. So if we just look at when we saw the bread, just look, just loaf of the bread appears to you, that bread, nothing else. You will go to certain shop, I want to buy the loaf of bread. Just looking there, you just saw the loaf of the bread. That's all. It's already there, right? And then appearance of the loaf of the bread, we may want to say that it is loaf of the bread at that all, but actually just looking there, just you saw, appears to your mind, just loaf of the bread. But actually if we examine, thoroughly analyze, we realize that many cause and conditions, cause and conditions had to come together for us to be able to enjoy that love of the bread. Many. Just looking just appears to your mind love the bread. But if you analyze, then you realize many causes and conditions come together, you enjoy that bread. So, for example, that loaf of the bread was made of all kinds of ingredients, right? So many ingredients, you can't remember, ingredients that had to mix with employees who worked at the place. It was baked. The ingredient used to make the bread also arose from cause and condition. When we talk about that ingredient, now that ingredient also coming from many causes and conditions. Then it is not just like looking on bread appears to your mind. You realize this love of the bread comes from many causes and conditions. Then that is different, from looking. First, when you look in the shop, just love of the bread. So when you analyze like this, right, ingredient used to make bread also arose from cause and conditions. The seed that would yield the grain had to be planted by the farmer, fields. Mature crop had to be harvested, processed, packaged in the factories, in the West factories, all these, where more people work and make all these breads, like in a big company. And people who work for shipping companies were also necessary in ensuring that ingredients were sent to the right place. You know what I mean? Even just one loaf of bread, very complicated. You know what I mean? That's what dependent arising means. We're not thinking like that. If we think like that, then just appears to your mind love of the bread. That's what it means. Independent existence. Just there's bread. We never think about all these ingredients, causes and conditions. So if we analyze all these causes and conditions, then the dependent analysis. We are ones who decide to buy the bread, and that decision is based on other cause conditions in our life for some one reason. You have to choose any particular shop to buy your bread. So if we think like this, then what happens? It's not like appearance of the bread. You are thinking all causes and conditions. Then that is dependent arising. That is what we are conventional reality. You know what I mean? So it's so here this one very good. Narajana takes in the fundamental wisdom. There is not even one single phenomena that does not arise depend on something else. Right? And given that there is not even single phenomena that is not of the nature of emptiness. You understand? There is not even single phenomena that does not arise dependence on something else, that bread. Right? And given that bread, there is no even single phenomena that is not nature of the emptiness. That bread nature is emptiness. And that bread comes from many causes and conditions, right? Okay, so this is teaching tonight. Okay.
Zalbogi Jogji Medodra Vira Vingji Yabari Sangye Jindu Migde Uwai Drogu Nam Dajima Chomajo Ogairawe Goe Jingamdia Panda Dewa Malu Joene Chanre Zingwa Tanzan Yazoyi Shabe Sije Baru Tangyoji Whatever small virtues merit I gather from prostrating, offering, declaring, rejoicing, requesting, beseeching, I dedicate this to attain full enlightenment. Tibet, the source of benefit and bliss, O Avalokiteshvara, Tenzin Gyatso, is live until the end of cyclic existence. My two collections, vast as space, have amassed from working with effort to this practice for a great length of time. They become the chief leading Buddha for all those minds whose eyes blinded by ignorance. Even if I do not reach this state, may I be held in your loving compassion for all my lives, Manjushri. I find the best and complete greater paths of the teachings, and may I please all the Buddhas by practicing. Using skillful means drawn by the strong force of compassion, may I clear the darkness in the minds of all beings, points of the path as I have discerned them. May I uphold the Buddha's teachings for a very long time. May our heart go out with great compassion in whatever direction the most precious teaching is not yet spread once with happy flying. May expose its treasure of happiness and aid. May the minds of those who wish for liberation be granted bounteous peace, and the Buddha's deeds be nourished for a long time. May even this greater course to enlightenment, completed due to the wondrous virtuous conduct of the Buddhas and their sons. May all human and non-human beings who eliminate adversity, make things conducive for practicing the excellent paths, never be parted in any of the lives from the purest paths praised by the Buddhas. Whenever someone makes effort to act in accordance with the tenfold Mahayana virtuous practices, may always be assisted by the mighty ones, and may oceans of prosperity spread everywhere.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
You're good tonight. Everybody disappeared. Everybody's scared.
Are you frightened of last week?
Yeah.
No sense of adventure.